everybody. Welcome. We're back. I'm sorry I took a Sunday off. I had a migraine, and as y'all saw on Jayce's stream, the internet sucks. So sorry for leaving you, Jayce. Hope it
It's
wasn't.
fine. Everyone noticed that you kept popping in and out during that first sprint. And it's just like, yeah, the gremlins ate her.
I feel like that's like a prerequisite to the gremlins eating you. Is like you're trying in and out.
Mm-hmm.
If you just leave and nobody knows why, it's one thing. If you pop in and out, gremlins are attacking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think everyone who comes to these streams are used to seeing people getting eaten by gremlins.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, it stinks because like I thought moving my desk from that wall to this one, and it did help for a while, but then here the last 2 weeks, it's just been like iffy, or like especially at certain times, like at 10:30 at night and 9 o'clock in the morning, you're screwed. Like it's just not happening. And then I think yesterday it was because they were watching Disney Plus, and that takes a lot of bandwidth. I think because every time they do that, that's when I have the worst problems. So yeah, I was so pissed off. I didn't even like edit. I didn't do nothing because I couldn't watch y'all. So I was like, I got a 5-year-old here and a teenager here. Oh well, we'll just have a girls' day. So that's what we did. We watched movies. I was like, hey, if the movies are what's gonna keep us down, then we're gonna watch movies. So we pretty much watched Disney Plus all night. We watched all the '90s movies that I missed, like Motocross and Right on Track, and um, all the great '90s ones you can't find anywhere else without them costing like $300 because Disney is an ass and doesn't want you to have anything without buying it. So we watched that, and then we watched 101 Dalmatians for the 5-year-old, and then Lemonade Mouth for Kira, and
I love Lemonade Mouth.
yeah, it was good. But yeah, so sorry,
Spins.
but hi, hello, love, and better days, hello. Um, yeah, so I was telling Jayce when I get paid on Friday. Um, if I don't work Saturday, I'll do it before. If I work Saturday, then I'll do it after our stream. I'm gonna get like a dedicated internet thing for here, so I can have my own signal, my own everything, and not have to worry about it. Um, Somebody I know has one
See,
and loves it, so um, hopefully this will not be a problem anymore after today. Well, I guess after Wednesday or Thursday, maybe, if it does it on Twitch, but hopefully not. Hi, CB. Hello, love. Um, you know, so hopefully everything will go semi right from now on. Let's hope. Uh,
but
but
it's stuff like that. See, I've been thinking about it recently, and we've had like everyone seems to be having internet issues. And
mm-hmm.
I think part of it is the fact that so many people are still at home and the bandwidth
Yeah,
is being pulled in so many different directions. But it also makes me think that maybe we are, as a society, getting too tied up into our bandwidth. Like, what happened? Uh, so many of us forget that, oh, yeah, we can, like, turn all of the stuff off and read for, like, a day.
yeah. Well, and the problem is you can't even do that really because a lot of people do electronic books now, and so unless you download the book and then turn the internet off, you still are using some internet. So I don't know, because I mean that's kind of what I did. I was just like, while they were watching a movie I didn't like, I just read on my phone. because I don't have all my books out yet. And I was like, I want to read that. Well, I remember how that ends. Oh, I want to read that. That's got a really good part in it. No, I remember that one. These are all my favorite books, so I've read them like 4, 5, 12 times. So like, yeah,
Too dependent on the internet, CBS. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Is that I
I
think
think,
we as a society are getting too dependent on it.
yeah.
And I say this as someone who spends every waking hour with the internet open.
See, and that's
So
the
it's
thing. Like, I work with the internet all day long, so like you would think I would want to just come home and unplug, but like I've got books on here, and I'm when I'm not unpacking or something like that, and then the 5-year-old does nothing but watch YouTube on the TV and Disney Plus, and all that just kills the bandwidth.
mm-hmm.
I mean, look, even our cars are hardwired with internet now. Like, what happens? You turn all that off. But
I agree, CB.
yeah,
And I will be the first one in line for that intervention if it happens.
what would what would society do if we did the internet like Japan does their driving, and only these neighborhoods have it one day and these neighborhoods have it another? Because that's what Japan does. Like, if you have an even address, you drive these days. If you have an odd address, you drive these days. That's
So
how
they're
they
forced to carpool and stuff.
that's how they keep like their smog and all that down and into a okay level, even with mask or whatever. That's how they do it.
I know what would happen in the United States. Um, there would be riots and people trying to overthrow the government for restricting their freedom and their right to use the internet
Hmm. They'd be
instead of
saying it's our
people.
right. It's in the Constitution. Yeah, yeah. We wouldn't just go, "Hey, can I carpool? Hey, can I use your internet?"
Or, hey, I don't have the internet on, even numbered days, so um, yeah, don't give me work projects during that time. Only give me them on odd number days so I can actually do them. Or,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like working around it. Don't like that idea, like 0%.
I'm just saying, like we should have thought about that. But when an idea is first forming, you don't think about how much it will take over a society.
Oh yeah, we had no idea when the internet was growing. We didn't know it would be so we didn't know it would be so pervasive until it was.
Yeah, I mean, did you think, maybe when Jobs was creating the internet, he thought, we would use it for everything under the sun, like we'd integrate it into everything? No, he's just like, hey, this is a thing. I play games. I can work.
Mm-hmm.
It's ones and zeros. So yeah, I mean, I think we should have just kept them in certain spots or only at work, and you know kept it at dial up. I'm probably gonna get hate mail for that.
Oh God.
Make you really really need the internet to go through that. You must listen
The
to this
robot
always if
sex.
you want it bad enough.
Worldwide War 4.
I don't think the rest of the world would be as pissed off about it as us, because they still go out and do things and love looking at things in their country and around them, and like, but then there's more beautiful things in other countries than there is here in a lot of places.
There are other Western countries that are as spoiled as we are.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm not saying all of them aren't, but like,
I'm pretty sure Britain would have a the same problems we would, and I think France probably as well.
Oh, France, definitely.
Like all three of those countries, us included, would be just
Watch it be like every NATO country. We're screwed. This starts a war inside all the NATO countries because we need
yep.
internet.
CB just confirmed that the UK is just as spoiled as the United States in that
Yeah,
on that stuff.
yeah. I'm just saying, like, here
I
in
was
some countries,
having
would be like, the internet, oh well.
I was having that conversation with someone yesterday where we were talking about going on those the British comedy panel shows and everything, and how they really like to rip on the United States for how childish we are, and we'd respond with, "Yeah, but we learned that from you, Dad."
Yeah, right? Where do you think we got it from? Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't know, like,
Seriously, the UK is the United States father. There is.
yeah. I think it's funny because I will go like a whole day without checking my phone unless I get a text message, or needing to know the time if my watch dies. But then I said something about I found a watch that I really like that's like a survival tool as well, and so I bought it so I can just leave this at home. And everybody's like, "You're gonna get rid of your watch? How will you know if somebody texts or calls?" It's like my phone in my back pocket. How will you read your text without having to pull it? Dude, are you seriously debating a phone in my pocket right beside the watch on my hand? I forget to charge this motherfucker, okay? It's not doing me any good not charging. It's just a black screen.
That reminds me, I need to call AT&T and cancel my phone service because all I have is a brick that doesn't work.
Right? Oh, I remember
And
that
why am I paying
Nebraska.
for phone service for something that doesn't work?
I remember that in Nebraska. We tried to have a landline because if you went to one side of the house, you didn't get phone service for whatever reason. And every time it would snow, it would call the cops. No lie. Like, I would get 2 o'clock in the morning, light shining. Everybody okay? Fuck, it's snowing, ain't it? Yeah. False alarm. Me. You couldn't even like unplug the phone from the line. Like the line itself would still call the cops.
That's funny.
Like I took the line all the way to the box once, and it still called the cops. So I had to just get rid of my house line. That's the stupidest fucking thing. It's like the box is yelling for help because it's snowing, not me. Go fix the box. Oh god. So I was gonna ask yesterday, but Gremlins got me before I could. Who is doing camp? Who is saying screw camp? Do we know?
I have never done a camp. So,
I have up until last year. I semi did camp. This year I'm like, oh yeah, it's April. Fuck.
and I didn't even really realize I had anything to work on creatively
Mm,
until well, I guess camp hadn't started yet because I did start in late March, but it was way too late to actually make it a camp thing.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens over the next couple months at this new position at work. And then I'll decide then once I know like what my actual schedule is gonna be. I hate this. Every time I like make plans to start things back up, shit changes. So like I had 2 interviews lined up for next Sunday, and I probably still could do them, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit them and everything and get them out. Which is weird because I'm getting an extra hour off work, but like I don't know how long that's gonna last. And then the internet's fucking sucking, so which hopefully will be fixed next weekend.
Hello, Rachel.
So I don't know.
CB and Persephone are both doing camp, and Spence says a very emphatic no.
That's where I'm at. I'm with Spence. Like I was going to do it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna edit the rest of this book. That's gonna be my camp. Like because I said I was gonna have it done by the end of this month. And then work changed, and all my spoons went. See ya. I'm taking a hiatus. So yeah, that's my problem. I need to take my vitamins. I need some more oomph. Once they made that vitamin, I need some oomph.
You haven't eaten your Wheaties.
Yeah, no. Wheaties.
Or he needs some milk.
So CB's doing camp. Persephone, what are y'all's goals? You decided to start camp late, so what are your goals for like all the revisions, or because that's usually what I do. Like I'll for 50K for me is half a book, so I'll usually write half a book for Nano, and then I'll do revisions for camp. And so far I've been really good at that till this last year. And then it was like we were in the middle of moving, so that didn't happen. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll do it in July to make up for April. And that didn't happen. Or June or July, whatever the other camp is. Okay, so you're fleshing out your brainstorming idea. Okay. Cool. That in itself can be like writing a whole novel. Just racking your brain for different ideas. Yeah, July. Thank you, CB. Because I'm like, I don't remember. Thought it was July, but July is already a hard month for me. At least the first 4 days. So 75 words, 75K words, and I'm already at 38, 20. You're writing a book like me. So that'll put you over 100K. It used to be June and August, and they killed off Script Frenzy. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I forgot about the August, but that's what I think. That's what I'm thinking about in June. So
It's better to have it in April and July anyway, because June and August, that's like really close to each other.
well, that's also like depending on where you go to school. Like school starts in August, and some people don't get out till May, June. So, like in Washington, they didn't get out till the second week of June, but then they started in September. But then here, they get out in May and they start in August. So. Yeah, no, I know you're doing real wordy. That's I'm not that kind of overachiever.
Here it was. I don't know. It keeps changing. But when I was in school, it was like 2 weeks into June that we got out for the summer, and we went back at the end of August. So we have short ass summers.
See, they still get out here the same time that we got out, like the last week of May. But then I remember going to school second week of September.
Oh, you know what?
Like we went right after Labor Day.
I know why our school years were so much longer. We had snow days built in.
True. Yeah,
So
all my
a couple
southern
weeks of snow
states.
days built into the schedule.
I think we had maybe a week built in for hurricanes, but that was it.
Because I seem to remember having a year or two where it was like, oh yeah, school's getting out early this year because we didn't use all the snow days.
Yeah. That's a lot of words on your first year of Nano. Ouch. That's crazy. Crazy sauce. So we got out for summer the last week in June and started mid-August. Ugh, you got like no summer.
Well, I mean, it's Scotland, so there's not much of a summer anyway.
I guess, but
I'm teasing.
I don't know what the weather's like for our summer there for you. I don't know, but that just seems wrong. All right, we're gonna attempt to do the timers on my channel. If it freezes, I'll just keep a timer just in case, and then we'll let Jayce do them. It's going back and forth, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. If you're new here, it goes boom at the end and it's very loud, so be mindful of that. If I scare the shit out of you, you are warned. All right, we'll get this one going in 3, 2, 1, go. Kaboom. The bitty bitty boom boom. Boom boom.
Yes, boom.
How did we do? What did we do?
I am in the middle of a response to something.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
because the kid kept interrupting.
You froze.
I noticed my whole computer just froze. What the hell?
Did they open Disney?
I don't know. Disney is the devil. No, it says I got full bars, so I don't know. I also have Word open, so this computer doesn't like it when I use Word. I don't know. Nope, I got 2.5 pages done. My kid interrupted because she wants everything she's doing done now. She's trying to do in 3 months what most people do in a year with all her reading, and she's sick. So she's like, I don't understand why I can't get it done. Oh, I don't know, because you can't hardly talk, and you've got sinus issues, and we moved, and like, do I need to keep adding it up? Let's see. So we had Jules and Sage pop in during the sprinting. Hello, hello. And Jayce making a bad dad joke. Persephone came in with the first boom. CB got 380. Awesome. Persephone journaling and dueling. You're dueling your daily tarot. Doing it. The cards are dealing some serious truth lately. Maybe you are dueling. Ate a hot pocket and try to decide if my cold medicine is kicking in or if I'm just being optimistic. Yeah, I think that's where Kira's at. Go wash dishes, but I'm too tired. Yeah, I did dishes last night and I come downstairs this morning and it doesn't look like I touched them because the sink's still full again. I want to call my mom a gremlin for making dishes appear, but hey. I don't know how. I haven't had my coffee yet. That's what's wrong with me. I don't know how many pages are in this chapter, but I want to get this chapter done today. But I have so much stuff to do. Oh, I see red. That means I got a problem 2 pages ahead. Working to the problem.
Welcome. Hey, that's my life story. That's the title.
It has red in big bold letters, which means there's something I could not remember or did not know how to fix. And so I said, screw it, I'll skip it. Uh-oh.
So I came across something in the store today, and I was like, I don't think I'll like that, but I want to try it, so I'll pick it up just to test it. So it's got like the Doritos Flamin' Hot lettering on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mountain Dew. It's Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. It goes down spicy.
Hot with carbonation.
Yes.
I don't think your esophagus is going to like you.
That's why I only had like 2 swallows of it.
I've never seen that in the store.
This today was the first time I've even heard of it. So it might be in the stores like now and only now.
I'll have to ask Tony. Doesn't Pepsi make Mountain Dew?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have to ask Tony about it. He was telling us last night that they're making like a 6-pack of like ginger ale and Pepsi and cherry Pepsi and 2 other ones. I don't remember what else they were. I think tea and something else. Like a variety pack for Easter. And so apparently to do that, they started a machine that they haven't worked on and haven't used in like 5 years. So that's their special project that has him like working late.
CB has a point. If you've got a bad cold, Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew is probably a good thing.
Yeah. I was Spence though. That is a weird one. And I thought me trying the watermelon Peeps was weird. Do I? Spicy? Why would it be spicy? This cocaine energy drink.
It probably had spices in it.
I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
Have you had Verner's?
Huh?
Have you had Verner's?
Yeah.
I think that's really spicy.
Eh, it's
Like,
got a kick to it. I don't think it's spicy. But then again, I can eat more than the average Joe on spice.
so can I normally. But I don't enjoy that.
Hmm. I don't know. Although, as you get older, your body decides to go, I know you've done this all your life, but we're going to throw the kick of acid reflux in afterwards just because you keep wanting to do it. You're older.
Mom, what kind of pizza do you want from Mod?
Mod pizza.
I'm going to get one and we're going to split it. So,
Aw.
I don't have the money to buy you one too. Tony's not going to pay for us.
And
you don't have the money to pay for one.
No, I don't.
So we're splitting
I a
one.
broke bitch.
Tony!
Just whatever you want's fine. You don't put anything weird on them, so.
Okay. What?
Because I know she don't like half the shit I put on my pizza.
No, Canada Dry and Schweppes taste like corn syrup.
See, I don't think Canada Dry tastes like corn syrup. It just tastes gross. It just tastes like carbonated water to me. Sparkling water.
Oh, it's very sweet. Both of them. Actually, I don't taste a difference between those two, Canada Dry and Schweppes. I think they're the same formula.
I think so. It's just a different name for each country, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really researched the companies to know how close they are or not. But I don't know. There's some weird things coming out everywhere that are just like, do I want to try that?
That is never a question for me because the answer is always yes. I don't care if it's going to taste nasty. I want to taste it.
Said someone right before they died. It's like there's a YouTube guy that a friend of mine loves to watch. Why she loves it, I don't know. I think you've showed it to me too, maybe. You or Charlie one. The guy that eats the MREs from way back when. Was that one
I
of
don't
you
think
two?
I've seen that, so.
It might have been my sister. Okay. Somebody a few weeks back showed me this guy. He will get Like, this is just his thing. His whole channel is like finding old MREs and eating them, trying them. This guy has gotten poisoned 3 times by doing this, but he still does it.
I think it's Terry Pratchett that I'm quoting with this. All mushrooms are edible. Some are edible just once.
Right. I'm gonna have to find it. My sister showed it to me. She finds this all this kind of weird stuff. But yeah, it's this YouTube guy. Like, he's gotten like botulism and like all kinds of other like rare shit because he eats these MREs that are from like even as far back as like the 1800s and like all these weird things.
Is that a Charlie?
That is a Charlie.
I heard a Charlie boop.
I heard a boop and a boop 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 boop.
Charlie boops are very distinct because they're always late.
Yeah, we're talking about weird foods because I found out this morning that Mountain Dew has just released a flaming hot flavor.
I love this.
Who wants to drink lava?
It's sort of like expecting to drink hot cocoa and getting Mexican hot chocolate instead.
Ah! No, thank you.
It's like the Mountain Dew equivalent of that.
I love that.
They could have been more wretched and gone for the buffalo flavored.
Oh, buffalo sauce. Yeah, no.
What?
Yeah, no. The homies in the background said they could have gotten more wretched and it could taste like buffalo sauce. Like, can you imagine carbonated buffalo sauce?
It exists.
Oh, guys, just stop.
It's the thing.
No, there is a company. I don't remember the name of it. It's somewhere in America that specializes in like novelty flavors. So they've got like a ranch and a mustard and
Okay, before we get on to weird stuff to make me sick to my stomach, see, we got our exam results and she passed 180,
Yay.
150. Yay.
yeah.
I think Carrie came in. Hello.
As somebody who was born in the 1860s and loves a good celery pop, I don't understand all the newfangled soda flavors of today. In my day, we had the sassafras, the celery seed, and occasionally a Coke if you were really, really, really good and your parents thought you deserved it. But what's with all the flavors?
But aren't you craving a fresh cut grass flavored soda?
That's called just breathing while drinking seltzer around here.
Right.
All the trees are trying to mate in my head already. Like, just stop.
Because Mike likes love ranch everything.
See,
I would do ranch flavored just about anything. I'm with you, Robbie.
I love ranch.
Only if it's buttermilk ranch.
I bet you if we started selling carbonated Uyghur wine, we could be rich.
Okay, it is Lester's is the brand. They have bacon flavored soda, buffalo wing soda, peanut butter and jelly, ranch dressing, sweet corn, grass. Pumpkin pie I don't think would be weird.
See, and I thought, what is it? It's not Fanta. What is it we go down south and get all the time? Freaking A.
Oh, yeah. She objects to everything, though.
Fago. I thought freaking Fago had some weird flavors, and now you're just making them sound like normal.
Well, Fago's flavors are based on, like, flavors people would drink.
Yeah, cotton candy's great. Let's drink it.
But why, though?
Because it's
just no. I'm sorry. I will boldly step out against the grain and say cotton candy is disgusting, like in every possible way.
I am
There are no
going
redeeming
to
qualities to cotton candy. I don't.
I am going to counter that and say that if you are 12, cotton candy soda would be amazing.
Nope.
It is so good. You don't want soda for a week afterwards because it's so sweet, but it's so good.
Even when I was a child, I was like, "What is this matted hair product that tastes like Aquanet? What is this?"
You're
No, that's how they
hurting
get
my
it to stay
heart.
up.
You're hurting my heart.
Like my sugar conveyance of choice when I was a child was funnel cakes.
Fago also had a candy apple flavor.
Mhm.
That was pretty good.
They got a firework one, which is kind of a cross between cream soda and cotton candy.
Yeah, I can't. I have to be very careful with candied apples because they remind me of the taste of regret, loss, and I'm going to have to hear that story again.
Fago's the only grape flavored drink I will ever drink.
Mountain Dew had a Pitch Black 2. Not just Pitch Black, but Pitch Black 2, which was like a sour grape.
But why though?
See, I think you're missing the point here, Charlie. The question is not why, the question is why not.
Why not?
See, I think the point here is actually here's how we enforce a diet on Charlie by saying all the disgusting foods so they never want to eat again. I think that's what's happening.
Yes, it is CB, but that was my once a month treat. But let's face it, any Fago is a diabetic coma waiting to happen.
I loved back, I would say it was probably like in the 90s when people were really getting on the you will get thin and fit if you cut all fats out of your diet.
Oh, such a lie.
And it's so people were like, okay, anything with fat is bad, but anything without fat is healthy. And they were like, oh, cotton candy. There's no fat in that. It's like, no, it's all sugar.
Oh, the 90s.
You can say that with any decade, though.
They have Coke has vanilla, it has cherry, and it has cherry vanilla, and then Dr. Pepper has cherry and cream soda, which I only get those like when I have a migraine or something, but they're not gross. Lethal, maybe. Gross, no.
See, I need to disagree with Jayce about something. You can't say the same things about the 90s that you can about any other decade because the 90s, more than any other decade, was to the extreme in a way that no other decade would ever want to be. Because I mean, the spandex, the sheer levels of spandex just everywhere, and all the let's put neon orange and neon green on the same garment,
in all their Madonna glory.
Yeah, the 90s were the Kyle of the decades.
Yes.
Whereas the 2000s were the Chad.
You're not wrong.
And the 2010s became the Karen.
So all I have to say is the 2030s better be the Mega Chad decade because,
hang on. So if the 2010s
ambition.
were the Karen, does that mean the 2020s are now the Felicias?
Yes, because everybody's like, bye. Bye.
Yep, 2020 is the Felicia decade.
Because everybody's just like, bye to your stupidity, bye to your Karens, bye to giving a damn.
I mean, things that are happening in the 20s, you've got, people just fed up with everything, people walking out of jobs, the whole quit your job movement. It really is the bye Felicia decade.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the we're sick of your shit and we're walking out.
Oh,
Like,
I
you
saw a
know,
news article yesterday that said a lot of jobs are starting to say if you don't come back into work, because so many people are like happy working from home, and they're starting to say if you don't come back to work, that they're gonna fire you. Like there's no give anymore.
well, how can you have complete control over other people's lives if you're not forcing them to do things that you know that they hate?
Even though like productivity and everything has been shown to go up since the pandemic started,
Yep.
because people are at home and happy and saving money on gas while working and able to get shit done around working. Like,
And companies were actually getting more time out of the people because people don't know how to separate work and life, and we're working way more hours at home.
yeah. I mean, I just think that's funny. Like, they're gonna go back and be like, I wonder why we're not getting as much shit done. Everybody should be happy to be back. It's like, no, that's not the way that works. Because, like, right now, we have people that'll come in and it can be something as simple as doing an oil change, or it can be like, hey, we need your car all day, and you live 50 miles away, so you're going to have to get an Uber. They're like, oh, that's fine. I'll just work from here. They will be happy for 5-6 hours just sitting there, not bother you at all. The amount of times that happens is like very little any other time. Usually they're like, it's my car back, it's my car back. So you just have like 5 or 6 computers set up with people having their meetings, and like nobody bitches. Great.
That's why when I was working in the hospital, our schedules were set up so that we would work every other weekend. So we had an A crew and a B crew, and the weekend that you worked, you had a day off on either side of the weekend. So you still had a 40-hour work week, but it was, one of them was a weekday off. But what we learned is that we got a lot more done on the weekends when the management wasn't there.
Yeah, because there's less red tape to have to go around. You know what to do, just do it.
People don't have their fingers in what you're doing 24/7.
Well, the managerial system was a mistake that was only necessary back in the factory days to make sure that people were doing the things that would make them lose their fingers. Because,
Right?
factories today aren't necessarily the best places in the world, but back in the day, like, they were so much worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the puppy. He comes in here when he gets locked out of mom's room because he's been messing with the hamsters too much. Or she's got beads everywhere. He comes to bug me. Got to get the lovin's. Carrie says, I love the reaction videos from Charlotte Dubre? Of people quitting their jobs. One guy wrote a song that was called F You, I Quit, and sang it at the whole coffee shop before walking out. I love that. All right. If we're going to get at least 3 in, I guess we got to do this thing.
Do your thing, honey.
You know, it is camp, so I need to be a good influence, at least somewhat.
At least 2 of us on the screen are camp, so.
I've been called worse.
Oh, God. All right. See you on the other side of the boom. We'll get this one going in 3, 2, 1, go. Boy! Alright. What did we do? How'd we do?
Well, I'm in the same boat as Spence. The executive dysfunction is strong today. So I've been like reading things online and playing a very, very mindless idle game.
See, when my executives dysfunction, I just threaten to replace them with an anarchistic collective. It hasn't scared it into working yet, but I like to just Actually, I take that back. That's kind of how I actually get stuff done. Random thing over here, random thing over there, random thing over there. We're getting stuff done without you, executives.
I wish I could do the things over here, the things over there. No, I am so like atypical. I need one thing, one thing, one thing. But then again, that's probably because you don't have the mental problems like that. Can't remember shit. And so if I start writing one thing over here and one thing over there, I'm gonna be like, what went where?
See, I just look at my ADHD as an invitation to dance. I have all my projects around me, and they're all the different partners on the dance floor. Let's put the music on, bitches. Let's just go around one by one by one, and everybody gets a turn on the floor.
But that's great until you forget that this guy goes with that guy, and then that girl goes with that guy, not with this guy. My plot bunnies like to jump the fence a lot.
My plot bunnies are scared of me right now. Well, I made the mistake of being like, I'm going to write a bunch of flash fiction so I can collect all the plot bunnies, and they're like, I ain't going in a cage.
They're like, and we're gonna multiply.
Right?
I found out something today, and I know Charlie, you will appreciate this. I watched I forget his name, YouTuber that does it does a bunch of like video reports on different things, and he did one on the our flag is death or something like that, whatever
Oh yeah,
pirate
our
show that
flag
is.
Death.
And I watched that, and he was talking about all the gay themes and stuff in it, and I'm just like, huh.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that show.
And I realized the shared world that we're sort of on hiatus of working on with the vampires and everything.
Yeah.
My trio of vampires are technically pirates.
Oh wow, you're not wrong.
Exactly. They are going. I mean, they're on land and in a city, but they are going around, pirating off of the establishment.
True.
And it kind of brought a new perspective on the story. Just like, oh, that's where the fun comes from.
Oh, I'm just finally getting caught up with the world. Like, I want to watch that so bad because I love Taika Waititi's stuff. But I finally talked Brian into watching the movie, What We Do in the Shadows, and we're finally starting to watch the show because I didn't know if the show was going to be good or not, and I didn't want him to judge the movie based on the show, if just in case the show wasn't good. So I finally got him to watch the movie, and now we're watching the show. And oh my. I have so many thoughts for my vampire setting now. Like,
What
I'm
are
not
you talking about?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh.
Have you not seen these? Okay, you have to watch the movie. The movie has one like truly cringe moment where they have a I'm going to say mildly homophobic yet homoerotic moment in there that, depending on your perspective, is either funny or cringe or both. But the movie's really funny and the TV show's really good.
The movie the same name?
Yep. It's kind of how Taika Waititi got his start in film. It's so messed up. It's basically, imagine The Office, but it's vampires.
Yeah.
So the vampires have gotten a documentary crew that's following them around everywhere, and they're desperately trying to keep them from getting eaten by the other vampires, amongst other things. But the show has been very, very funny, and I'm going to get caught up on that before I head on over to Our Flag Means Death, because I need all my goofy vampire stuff, and Nadia is kind of my heart right now.
I think I may have seen one episode of this. That guy looks very familiar. I could be wrong, but I do think I've seen it. At least one episode.
Every time I
you to show me something new that I thought I knew everything about.
every time I see somebody say I'm on a Twitter break, I'm like, I think I need to do a video about how to use Twitter. So you find all the channels that do all the things that make you go, and you just follow them, and you block and mute everybody else. I don't understand why people are like, Twitter is terrible. I hate it. It's terrible. I'm like, I go on there and it's nothing but hot men's and blood sports. Like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, half of my feed is tabletop RPG stuff, and that makes me happy. The other half is political stuff. And that just because things are going on in general, like just turning on the news makes me pissed off. So
yeah, it's easier to get it in a smaller dose. Yeah. I can understand that.
But I did finally open up and watch Billy Porter's video, Children.
Oh,
that's fabulous.
I'm just saying, Billy Porter is life.
And only one of what do they go by he or they or?
I believe Billy Porter is I believe.
Is what?
A he.
He?
I believe.
Yeah, I
frantically Googles.
Only one outfit in that video. I was just like, oh, honey, no. And that's the one that looked like he was wearing a giant rose. And it was just like no form to it.
Yes, he, him. I'm just saying, though, if you ever watch anything with Billy Porter and you don't see at least one outfit that makes you go, oh, honey. Is it really that Billy Porter was in? Like, that is kind of his thing.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, CB. They exist. They're out there. They're wonderful.
The problem is, whenever I am like, oh, that guy is hot, he opens his mouth and is like a raging everything.
Yeah, then you're like, what the hell was I thinking here?
So let me explain how you fix this. It's called fandom. You find like a fictional character that you find really hot, and artists that just exclusively post pictures that they've done of that person. And then it's all kinds of like, they can't be problematic because they don't exist hot guy pictures. It's fine. It's fine. We're all living in a fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Cool fantasy.
Hey, if we're going to be stuck in this simulation, I'm going to pretend it's whatever I want it to be, okay?
Can we make it into a reality, please? I like that. Okay, we're gonna do another one because if we don't, we'll sit here and talk forever because we know that's how we are.
What,
That's
Yeah.
how we
me?
do.
Apparently, we scared some people away because we went from like 7 to 4 in that last little chat. So let's get some work done.
What I do?
What?
I said it's what I do. Scaring audiences away is my specialty.
And then starting, this whole viral thing right after, it happens. All right, we'll get this one started because it's my new favorite thing, and I don't know why, but I love a burger that explodes. It goes boom. 3, 2, 1, go. He goes flat.
Splatter.
I love that one. Probably too much.
I barely heard it because I was listening to a song by a group that I was just introduced to yesterday, and I was just like, I kind of dig them,
Who is it?
and I bet Charlie knows them.
Who is?
Steam Powered Giraffe.
Oh yeah. Their music videos are wild
Yeah.
because they each have a persona that they do with really detailed, like airbrush makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Their videos are wild.
Yeah, I was introduced to Diamonds yesterday, and
It's probably the best Drake song.
my panties dropped for Spine. Just saying.
Yeah. No comment.
Leave it to Charlie or I, depending on the song and genre, to know like all the weird named bands. Just saying.
It's kind of my thing, yeah.
It's like usually if one of us haven't heard of it, the other one has, or vice versa. It's like, what is it? I was just like in this moment, I was just listening to Sex Metal Barbie. I don't know. This kind of mood I'm in today, Charlie. Leave me alone.
I've been in this weird place where, and anybody who knows this band will be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I have been listening to a lot of Clan of Zymox lately because that's like where I'm at. Like that's where my heart is right now, and like I can't get Hail Mary out of my head.
Is it more your
And-
heart or your head that's in that mood?
Well, a little bit of both.
Because let's be honest, with them, you can't be more than one without the other. Just saying.
I mean, they're not bad. They're not depressing. They are dark.
They are very dark. But that's what makes them great.
Yeah. I was listening to one of the radio stations I have set up, and it played Hail Mary, and I was just like, I have not listened to this band like on repeat for way too long. Yes. Feed the darkness of my soul.
Yeah. I mean,
So if you want to know what my youth was like, there you go.
Black Door, dude. Black Door. Black Door.
That's it.
I'm just happy I finally got away from the Nephilium for a while, because poor Brian has had to deal with me like running through the house going, "Preacher man!" Like just yeah, it's been bad. Moonchild.
Yeah.
So one of the things that happened on Aphrodite's stream was I told them about the cover. See, I'm not a metal fan, but Jenny posted a guy doing a metal cover of the Gummy Bears theme song.
Oh, Leo. Yes, I'm pretty sure that was Leo's because he just did that.
Yep, Leo Moraccioli.
Yeah, I don't try to pronounce his last name.
He does a lot of I'm glad you knew the name because I couldn't remember it. He does a lot of songs that are like simple little kid songs, and he turns them and you're like, oh, I didn't know I liked that.
I'm just saying his Montero is life.
Yeah.
Because he's as straight dudes can get. That, and he did a collab on Carry On My Wayward Son that if you are depressed, put this video on and try not to laugh. Just try not to smile. It's almost impossible.
But when I mentioned that during Aphrodite's stream, they was like, "Wait, we've gone through like all the cartoons we knew growing up, and you know that one never came up. What is Gummy Bears, and what's it about?" And I'm like, "It's Disney. It's medieval. It's Gummy Bears." And they're like, "So they're like candy like running
Nobody
through a
knew what
kingdom.
gummy bears was?
Dahlia and Aphrodite didn't know about that cartoon.
What?
Oh
And I said,
god,
no,
I
they're not
grew
made
up
out of
on
candy. They're
them.
made out of, like, bear.
Oh my god, I grew up on them.
So that's why during my stream yesterday, Dahlia said, yeah, bears that are made out of ... bear.
That's like people that don't know the old school like super like emo Care Bears movies. Like
Right?
really weird like oh, they need to have like gremlins, monsters, and evil wizards coming after them because nothing says we're cute little bears with happy faces on our stomachs like evil wizards trying to destroy the world and eat us for our blood. 80s were wild, y'all.
Yeah.
And the children being corrupted by the
I
darkness.
mean, come on, for God's sake, McDonald's made movies.
Yes.
When they went camping, I let Lily watch Scary Movie with the camp scare, and it was fucking hilarious because apparently she had nightmares about it. Even though she does scary movies all the time, she had nightmares about it while they were camping, and it was great. I wasn't there to have to deal with it. McDonald's made scary movies with sing-alongs? Oh no! 80s were scary.
And the solution to everything was an evil wizard. And I kind of want to bring that back in like all my fiction. Like I'm trying to figure out like who's the villain in the story I'm working on right now. And my brain is just so stuck in that 80s mode of, I don't know, an evil wizard. I'm like, but it's a space opera. So evil space wizard. Like,
So it's Gargamel in space.
Right?
Oh, dude, I kind of want to do that.
You could do it if no one else could. Because I'm like, there's no way I could put a wizard anywhere in my series. Like there are witches, there are vampires, there are nymphs, but I don't think I could put a wizard in there.
I've got
Not
dragons
before,
in
anyway.
space, y'all. Like my space opera, like that world is wild.
Let me rephrase that. I do have wizards in book 3 that I'm editing right now. They're not wizards; they're warlocks, and they're not that scary because they get killed by the thing that they that they brought back. So they don't.
Apparently, you're summoning it through your body.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
my space opera Shine Like Thunder has a kitsune and a Takuni yokai in it and a space vampire.
So, question, Charlie, is there anything that you have right now that does not have a kitsune in it?
That I'm currently writing? Technically, the epic fantasy does not currently, though there
but it will in chapter 2.
Well, there is a femboy fox pole dancing wizard.
You're gonna bring him in.
I really kind of like that character, and I'm been fighting the urge to like find.
Are you going to use the term yip hop?
It is in the story.
Yes, good.
Yes, it was. I found a way to use it in the story. So
I don't remember. I read the flash fiction.
Yeah,
I don't remember seeing that term.
I'll have to check and make sure it didn't autocorrect it because it kept trying to autocorrect it to hip hop, and I'm like, no.
Just make sure they're pole dancing, Charlie.
Oh, they are.
I love that idea way more than I should. Like it was.
I created it.
It was so much fun writing that story, and I'm just like, okay, so in book 5, when we're doing the great showdown and they're finally ready to take on the big bad of the setting, I just need like a whole row of pole dancing wizards to like show up and like, don't worry, we'll hold the line, save the world.
And how fabulous is it with them doing the what is it, the kata? All in tandem.
Like, I knew that the setting was going to be cursed when I started, and just
So basically, they make the sigils for the spell with their bodies, on the pole,
Yep.
like holding themselves into position. And it's like so multiple positions to cast a spell.
Phrasing, dude. Phrasing.
Brings a whole new meaning to the wizard staff.
Oh my god.
But I'm now picturing like a line of them, jabbing the ends of the poles into the ground and going up in tandem.
I'm
Doing
just
the
saying,
same.
I'm hoping that by the time all 5 books in the series are out, even Lambda has to create a special category for, and the way to gay book series of the decade is the Shadow Phoenix Saga by C.E. Dorset. Bitch, please stop. This is why they hate us.
You have outgayed gaydom.
Oh my god.
That's kind of my goal, is just to be slapped down by Lambda Literary and some of those others,
Be like, you hated me before, hate me now with love, bitch. Just love it. Love it. Love it.
I actually
Oh.
had a moment where in the outlining for book 1, I was like, there is not a cisgendered straight dude in this entire story. Am I failing diversity or succeeding here? Is this winning or what have I done? When you get to the moment of do I need to have a token straight dude? Because I kind of want to write the token straight dude and write him the way that they write the token gay best friend. Just out of spite.
I mean, listen, if you can have all white or all black or all cis or all non in books, I don't think there's ever a right or wrong as far as who you have in a book. Maybe how you portray them or how you treat them or whatever, but never just having them in the book or not having them in the book. Otherwise, there wouldn't be such thing as diversity.
See, I would just get in so much trouble because he'd just be the guy that's sitting in the corner constantly getting distracted by breast. It's straight dudes. It's what they do.
Oh.
And I think I've come to a definition of how to explain what people actually want when they're talking about diversity and representation. And it's just a matter of, how do I fit into the world you've created? That's what people want to know.
Or they mean diversity as in, can you write something like me? But then oftentimes they don't know
I'm
what
just
that is.
distilling it down to the, can I exist in your world?
See, to exist
I'm
in
my
any
own
world,
world.
you have to be just a little bit fabulous.
Fabulous. You gotta be fabulous.
When you don't fit into anybody's world, become Todrick Hall and work it.
You gotta know the tea and just be... Sorry. My brain went off and started oh, we can put all the words in. No, just stop.
Because that is one human being that looks good either way and can work it either way.
I have had Queen stuck in my head for a month.
Yeah, I went through that couple of weeks where I was just oh, Todrick, you're breaking my heart. And then I watched Queen and I'm just I don't care that you broke my heart. We need you on the front lines. Sick 'em, bitch.
Right.
I've said this on numerous occasions. If you want to understand how to be both problematic and just amazing, there is an interview where Lady Bunny was sent in full drag to interview Larry Kramer. And the two of them being in a room was almost enough to just detonate a gay bomb that destroyed the world. But it's all the problematic and all the most wonderful all at the same time. And it's great. I highly recommend you look it up.
Oh, yeah. All the great.
Because I love Larry. Larry was extremely problematic, but if it wasn't for him, we'd all be dead by now. So,
Okay.
oh, he founded ACT UP and was very prominent in AIDS activism and the early
Yeah.
gay liberation movement. And if he hadn't pissed off everybody else, like there wouldn't be the gay rights movement that there is today.
True.
And if you want to know what real shit posting sounds like, just search the phrase Larry Kramer and Mayor of New York. Because it doesn't matter which Mayor of New York, he had opinions.
This is true.
Especially the stuff that he had to say about Ed Koch. Oh.
I just realized nobody corrected me on one of my links. So here is Jules' actual link. I was looking at her 8 o'clock link. My bad. So you got one for now, one for later.
Have you seen the milkshake Star Trek thing?
No.
My butler kills all the threats to Picard, and he's like, "You're better than Yar." Damn right, I'm better than Yar. She could teach you, but she drowned in tar.
I can't wait for that to be used in an episode of Lower Decks. That's so on brand for that show.
You're gonna make me choke on my M&M.
Lose
But
yourself
only on
in
the gray
music.
ones. Only on the green ones, though, honey, because they are gag worthy.
Sexual chocolate.
I actually watched somebody use a reference to sexual chocolate the other day that just like broke me. Like I can't remember who it was because like the entire video just like ended in my brain and like I woke up sometime later and like, what year is it? What has happened? Where has everything been? Because it was just so perfect.
All right. Well, let's let everybody go over to Jules' stream. Does anybody have anything going on next week, this week?
My normal stuff over on Twitch. And if you want to watch fun things, Brian has taken over my Thursday streams, and they're precious. We just made a ton of clips that I will be turning into shorts over here for the YouTubes because, oh my, I don't know if this was a wise idea, but it's entertaining.
Oh, Lord. Anything for you,
My
Dave?
week is the typical. The gaming on Twitch on Tuesday, the tabletop RPG on YouTube on Thursday, and my stream on Saturday afternoon.
Oh, and I forgot one other thing. I will be on Glory's channel tomorrow discussing SEO for writers, how to actually optimize your stuff so that the algorithms will present you to others.
What time is that?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask evil questions like that. I want to say it starts at 3 Eastern, but my brain is having problems with, did I already time zone already?
So her usual stream time.
Yes.
Okay. I think, yeah.
Over on the YouTubes. I believe it's at 3.
Yeah, I think that's central. I could be wrong. All right. I am sorry for last Wednesday. It was the anniversary of my grandmother passing, and I thought I could do it, but I just could not. Shit at work was happening too, and I just emotionally could not handle the rest of the day. I crawled under the covers, didn't wake up till Thursday morning. So Wednesday we'll be back. And then I probably am going to try to kick myself in the ass and get this editing done. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is what I'm aiming for. But Wednesday, if nothing else, because I don't have Tuesdays off anymore, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, so at least Wednesday. But keep your Twitch notifications on, and hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for sure. I will be streaming. So And if you only do the YouTubes, then I guess we'll see you Sunday. But otherwise, see you then. Bye bye.